Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We are playing Mask the Next Generation. We have pretty much everyone here. I know it's been a while, guys, due to the holiday seasons and then other things coming up, but how's everyone been doing? We'll start with Mag first.
Doing okay. Nothing really new. Just been really busy with work.
Okay, and what about Zavi?
Yes, basically the same. Been work, sick. It's been a time here, but seems to slowly be getting better. Hope everyone's staying warm tonight.
Hello, guys. What's happening?
So since you're actually got your mic unmuted finally, you slacker, how have you been doing,
I had to get a drink. I am doing okay. Been busy. Been trying to get a event for my buddy Mikey for his 2-year anniversary. That's tomorrow. And got invited by Fractured Gamer today to do some, as he's calling it, Fractured Friday with Friends.
Okay. I watched a bit of your stream earlier.
I saw you popped in. I of course, was focused on the raid and stuff, so I can't.
Well, that's the perfect time for me to sort of say something. Is when you're in the middle of something to sort of try to distract you.
It is.
Yep.
And I love the comment of blame Draco because you got downed, because that's what I do. That was awesome. Perfect.
Yep. And then finally, Ro, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. Right now I'm being I'm one of my cats that's trying to get my attention. He was mauling my arm just a moment ago, so.
Well, hey, that'll make the GMing a lot more interesting for you, having to fight a cat while GMing.
Yep.
Oh,
I just won't have to worry about Fluffles the Destroyer walking across the tabletop, though.
No, but that's it.
Those are the days, right?
She wants my hand with my mouse, so.
Well, you know what they say, cats always go after the mice. So we'll let Ro take it over from here since you're GMing.
So we do need one more person to join the tabletop.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, I'm logging in. I'm logging in right now. Listen, you caught me while I was going to the bathroom and getting a drink refill, okay? All right?
Yeah, it's a skill issue.
I know, as Chaos would say, that's a me issue.
All right, so we have our heroes now all together. We have Dynamix, Ripper, David, and Starborn. David still has yet to work on things like costume and character, superhero name. So the rest.
Did you call him Ripper or Rigger?
No. Sorry, I did say Ripper. I meant Rigger.
I liked Ripper. I liked Ripper.
Had to rebrand to the darker and edgier version.
Yeah. Hey, you've been watching my video where I talked about finding a doppelganger and see heroes, didn't you?
Maybe.
Sure, I did.
All right.
Liar, Zabby.
All right. So, last time we played, you guys were in a mall trying to buy presents when chaos broke out, and things didn't go well for you guys last time. There was a lot of flops on the dice rolls, and it was a really bad session for you. You guys ended up ruining Christmas.
Fine, ruin.
You know
just spiced it up.
Who I blame for that whole entire bad session of rolls?
Oh, let me guess. Me?
No, I was gonna say Ro.
Oh, Ro. He somehow stacked the dice.
I say every time we get bad rolls, we blame the GM.
You know,
fair.
Okay, continue on.
He said it sounds fair.
All right. So, Let's see. I'm gonna add start of session. I'll add 1 to our pool, so you have pool is going to be at 2 at the moment, I believe. All right. So December, all issues. All right, we are now in January, and January, of course, is exam time for all the characters. Since you guys are all in high school and in your final years, it is also the time when you have to start deciding on where you're going to go should you graduate from high school. Are you going to be applying to colleges, universities, that sort of thing? Or are you going to try and go directly into the world of superheroes without college and university? Or are you going to try and, do something else with your lives? So let's start with Rigor. Can you make me a roll just to check to see how you are balancing your life?
Okay, that's mundane. Now, here's a quick question for you. Since my character is in special ed classes don't do midterms or anything like that.
Yeah.
So do I get a plus to my roll?
No, because this is representing also the fact is that living by yourself and trying to support yourself with your business.
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
But all the complications that can go on in life.
I got hit. 8.
All right. So it means you are, it's a bit of a struggle with all the things because you're having to rebuild your robots a couple times. And the last couple times you've taken your robots out, you've had need to rebuild a couple of them. So it's been touched on your finances a little bit, but you're still, able to balance it out.
Okay.
And as you said, you don't have as nearly as the same expectations school wise, but that doesn't mean you don't need to try and if you want to try and do anything else beyond special ed, that's on you. So what do you see yourself after high school? Are you going to try and go somewhere else, or are you going to just how do you see your life after high school?
I see my character wanting to do actually what I did in real life, which is try and apply for colleges. And I know how much of a struggle that's going to be. Because colleges don't like special ed diplomas. They look down on them.
Yep.
So that would cause a challenge. But that's something that, my character, since it's based off me, would want to do. Is continue learning more and prove that, they're not, that the special ed was something that's sort of forced upon them and that not them type thing.
Okay. All right. So, David, David Song, you are in the midst of doing schooling and stuff like that. They also have decided that the music department and the theater department are combining to do a big play sometime, probably be coming out in March or April, maybe as late as May, depending upon how they rig it. This is going to be the big show for the high school, and it's going to be a fusion of Oklahoma and Romeo and Juliet. That's what's been decided. So,
Okay.
where do you feel? Are you going to get involved in this? Are you going to try to be one of the leads?
Yeah, I would probably just go for whatever role I can. Hopefully, try for a lead. Maybe end up getting cast as not quite a lead, but at least hopefully a prominent role. But I'd probably be trying to go for the lead because I would think that after school, I'd probably be trying to get into some kind of Juilliard type institution.
Okay.
for college.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What are you going to be your focus for Juilliard? Is it going to be a focus in dance, or is it going to be a focus in some sort of instruments, or into singing, or what?
Probably like musical theater, because that would combine dancing and singing, at least, and acting.
Okay, so going more of the classical theater, or more going for Broadway theater?
More Broadway.
Broadway. Okay. And Dynamics.
Mhm.
So, last couple times, team's been out. They have caused extensive property damage.
Just a little bit.
Why do I feel targeted?
We've got a high school and a mall that are needing major repairs. And it's not all on you, Starborn, but definitely you are one of the factors. But I do remember that Dynamics put a large hole in the floor of the mall.
That was there when we got here.
All right. So now, Dynaman is just a little bit on the, having had to have the League of Heroes try and bail out and pay up some of these property damage claims. So the city does have extensive insurance policies for this sort of thing. Still, there's a lot of questions about, people and risks. So, what kind of conversation are you having with Dynaman?
Probably a very sullen one.
Hold on one moment here. I'm seeing in chat good important information. Someone's saying feedback, and I'm noticing that when we're talking, Meg, your mic's popping off every so often.
Might be this fan in the background. I'll go ahead and mute.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's when I've noticed from Starborn, I seem to get some feedback on that, but
yeah,
he's opening his channel.
He's going to go ahead and mute when he's not talking, and then unmute when it's his turn to talk. So that will hopefully solve the problem. Thank you, Dread, for bringing that up. Okay, continue on.
All right, so you said you're having a solemn conversation with Dynaman. He's, you really want to be a hero and be a leader of this team. You're going to have to at some point step up and start, actually getting these people from just simply, seeing problems and just going 50 directions. I mean, you got to get away from just herding cats here into actually working as a team. What do you have a plan for this? So what does Dynamics say? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to think on this one. Dynamax can think rather very quickly on things. I, on the other hand,
all right.
Sometimes I do okay. It's a I'd say honestly, she doesn't actually have a plan in this case right now. She's kind of scrambled on everything else at the moment.
Right.
She doesn't really want to admit it in this case here that, she's basically just kind of coasting on the team because it's what's expected rather than, actually trying to fill the position because, she knows what happens if she's not on the team.
All right. So, Dynamics, do you have any thoughts of what you're going to do after high school?
After high school, she's probably kind of flipping between two things on there. Because I imagine, given the setting, given how integrated superheroes and villains, technically, for a given value of integrated, are into society in here, but I imagine there's probably basically like the super equivalent of tech schools there, where it's like, okay, so you've got like MIT, WPI, stuff like that, or Caltech, all those for kind of the mundane sciences, but then I imagine they've also got their equivalents up for the, okay, this stuff shouldn't actually be possible, but people are doing it anyway type science.
Yeah.
So she's probably flipping between either trying to get into one of those, which would be extremely high pressure, or
like a Tony Stark scholarship kind of program.
Yeah, that, or go the other way. And, well, I mean, she knows people who, I mean, if you've built a big enough death ray, you can just call yourself a doctor and no one really argues with you. So there's the expectations, there's taking it the easy way, and she's just kind of scrambling all over still.
Still hasn't made that decision. The council and the school counselor is looking at you and going like, okay, you need to fill out the form and put some names down here. I mean, there's only so much time to put these things in, or they're just not gonna consider your for this year.
Oh yeah, and then that's the additional complication. There's her mundane persona.
Yes.
Can't get into a college like that on there, so she's got 2 sets of college admissions to kind of wrangle. And
all right,
I don't know what the heck. Let's do a mundane roll and see just how badly she's handling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Not awful, but yeah, she's not making progress anywhere.
Okay. So, school pressures, Dynaman's pressures, and knowing that you've got to try and fill in what's on the emission stuff so you can try and apply for any of these schools. It's just a lot. Kind of scrambling. All right, Starborn, you're up. So, what are your thoughts on after high school?
Well, would I be considering that since I'm like a year or 2 behind them?
Okay, yep. If you're a couple of years behind them, you still have time. You don't really need to
Yeah,
consider that. You can just focus on the school.
Yeah, I assume I'd still be going through finals because that's a thing, or midterms or whatever. But as far as like the future, I think Starborn would not really be thinking too much of it because he's still got like that year
Couple
to
years
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be dreading it, seeing what everyone else is going through right now.
Yeah.
You just finally start getting to work with a group of people, and they're all got plans to possibly going off, and who knows, they might not be there come next year. So.
Yeah. And then what's he going to do for a team? Yeah, I can see that playing into his head. Probably got some anxiety on all that.
All right. Going back to Rigger. The school is putting on trying to organize the Oklahoma Romeo Juliet fusion play. You said you were going to try and see if you could get involved in any of these theater arts programs. You're going to try and see if you can get a part in the play or not.
well, I think that was Mag's character.
Was Mag that was going to try and get involved? Okay, I thought you were
my character
trying to
just applying for regular colleges with the special ed diploma.
Yeah, but I thought you were also trying to get more. As you were in special ed, you tended to get excluded from those things, and you wanted to try and see if you could get into any of the other school activities. But that's fine.
No, that was Mag that was talking about the doing the show and stuff like that, or the
All
play.
Right, well,
I could be wrong. I mean,
that's fine.
That's why I remember. Am I right, Mag, or am I off on something?
I was just remembering from back when you were making up your character in the beginning, but that's fine. All right, so you have an idea of like some thoughts about what's going on for people in terms of what they have to plan and prepare in terms of their futures. Because senior year of high school is all about the future, as they keep on ramming down your throats. What you're going to do for the rest of your life. All right. Now, partway through the month, you are given a call by Dynaman to show up at the docks. So are you all showing up?
I show
This
up.
is to all of us then.
Yes.
Yeah, Dynamics is gonna have to assemble, so
I'll show up.
Yep.
All right. And Dynaman. Okay. Just as you go through exams in high school, being a hero, every so often, need to test and see if you actually have learned anything or are improving. Where you have problems, to get, talk about it and see what we can do to improve you. So, with that, taking turns on a very simple task. We have a big cargo ship here. We're going to have a hostage that needs to be rescued, and we're going to have somebody trying to stop you from rescuing that person. Your job is to go in, rescue the hostage, and get out. And we're going to take it one at a time. Does everyone understand the exercise?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
All right. The exercise is there is this big cargo ship. Somewhere on that cargo ship, there is a hostage that needs to be rescued. And there is somebody on that ship that's going to try and stop you from rescuing that hostage. You have to get on the ship, find the hostage, and bring that hostage to safety. Eating the person's trying to stop you is secondary, but it is possible. But if you want to, you can. Or the key is to get that hostage out of that ship safely. And please, Starborn, do not sink the ship. You have.
If that wasn't already on his mind.
Mhm. All right. So, who's going to go first?
Starborn kind of looks at Rigger and Dynamax.
I'll step forward and go first. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my what was it? My scout drone go into cloak mode and search around while with my other bots at the ready. And then I'm going to go in with and search the other side. So I'm gonna basically, when we enter in, my have my stealth drone check the aft of the ship, and I'm gonna stack the bow of the ship.
Right. Sounds to me like you're trying to assess the situation. Does that sound right?
Yes.
All right. We'll make an assess the situation roll.
Exterior, correct?
Assess the situation. Right. Oops. All right.
Yeah, it's a superior roll.
Yep.
13 full hit.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
All right. So you are checking from the bow. Your drone is checking from the rear. All right. Your drone detects several heat sources.
Mhm.
There are 2 containers that actually have warm bodies inside of them, and then there's one that seems to be walking between the large containers, doing a patrol.
Okay. So what I want to do is I'm gonna have my surveillance drone. I'm gonna have it shoot a tranquilizer dart at the guy running patrol.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have my 2 other bots. Now the cargo containers that the heat signatures in, you said it's 2 separate ones, correct?
It's 2 separate ones, yes, and
Okay.
they're about 5 or 6 container shells apart.
Okay. I'm gonna have one drone open up one container and the other drone open the other container, and I'm gonna be in between the 2 so I can respond quickly to it. And those are the actions that's gonna happen. It's first gonna be take out the guy with the tranquilizer dart that's doing the patrolling.
Okay, make a Nova roll.
Nova roll.
Sorry, unleash your powers.
Oh, free.
'Cause you're changing the scene, so it's unleash powers. You're trying to knock them out or disable them, right?
Yep. 11 full hit.
All right. So
So he's fully out, correct?
yes, yeah, he is. You've got him. He drops to one knee. He's frying. He's not unconscious, but he's definitely being affected by this. He's a little bit tougher than that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the pattern just slightly. So I'm still going to have my 2 drones, one range drone and one the melee drone, each check the 2, each check one of the containers, keeping an eye on those cameras. And at that time, I'm going to secure the guy that I tranquilized by getting him behind him and cuffing him.
All right. Then that's directly engaging, and I'll give you from your last thing. I will give you a +1 to carry forward.
Okay, directly engaging. Nine, a hit.
All right. All right. So, and you can choose to take something from them, which means that they're not going to be able to stop your drones from grabbing the 2 hostages and getting them off the ship.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. And he takes it off, and he's just about to pull his pistols, but it's too late. You've got the hostages. So, score 1 for Rigger.
Beast man.
All right. Who's up next?
So, how much of all of that were we able to see?
You can have an. I mean, I'm sure that Rigger's going to come back and, happy that he's succeeded.
Oh yeah.
But we're not watching what happens with the other people.
Nope. But I mean, it may not be the exact same situation each time. They may change things up between the people. And
Well, I guess Dynamics will give him some light applause and then volunteer to head up next.
All right. Dynamics, you're up. What's your plan?
Well, so a lot of what's been going on lately, she hasn't had much in the way of tech gear around. And that is supposed to be one of the things that she's been focusing on, but she's also been kind of scrambled and actually been leaning more over onto the physique side of things.
Yep.
Would there have... Well, I mean, I was going to ask, like, okay, would there have been time to kind of like get some basic gear put back together again? Like, because I mean, her rifle blew up months ago. Through her own fault.
Pretty much things like rifles and that, I mean, are rebuilt between stories.
Okay, so she has her basic kit for things.
It's like Rigger gets his robots back.
All right. So, well, she doesn't have the advantage of scout drones. She's going to have to kind of do all the footwork herself here. And she is going to at least attempt to be subtle about it. I mean, superior physique does imply coordination as well on there. So kind of sneak around the ship, figure out who's where first on things. Probably with focus more on try and get up to the command center without being, or the bridge, I should say.
Okay.
And see if there's any sort of security cameras that she can hijack to help in scouting out.
All right. So, again, that's an assess the situation. So, roll your superior.
Yeah. 13. So,
and I
double
believe
13s on that. And yeah, be mindful of the surroundings. So I get 3 bits of info instead of 2.
Yep. So, yes, you can make it to the bridge and hook into the computer system. Yes, you can find that there is indeed a suite of sensors with cameras and that watching things on the ship. There is indeed one person walking between the various cargo containers, and there is a picture of 2 people inside of the different cargo containers. Now, you're going to have some bit of ideas to try and figure out exactly, because it's picture inside of a cargo container doesn't really tell you which cargo container. So that's going to be your something you're going to have to try and figure out. But you do see these things. You probably have a good idea by where the person is walking, where they may be looking, but you don't really know which cargo containers exactly are the 2.
How heavy is this guy's footsteps?
How heavy is the footsteps?
Well, I guess like with the cameras, are they like just video or are they audio as well?
They're just video.
Okay.
And the person that looks like it is actually Spellslingers. Looks like he's the one that's got the job of walking around.
Okay. Is there an alarm system on the ship?
Is there an alarm system on the ship? Yes, there's an alarm system on the ship, and it's activated from the bridge area.
Okay, so
Or it
what?
can be.
All right, so what Dynamics
Now,
is
do you
going
want?
to?
There's series. There's the intruder alarms and there's fire alarms, and of course, CO2. I mean, carbon monoxide alarms.
All right, so what Dynamics is going to do is try and rig up a delayed intruder alarm on basically the opposite end of the ship from where the containers are.
Okay.
With the intention of the alarm goes off as she gets into position to basically look in on where Spellslinger is.
Okay.
So that basically she can get eyes on, see if he falls for it, and then if he does, sneak in behind him and then start searching very rapidly.
Okay. Oh. I'll make a. So you're trying to deception there. So provoke someone. So.
Right, so that'll be superior again.
Yep.
And that's a 10 full hit.
All right.
Yeah, so on 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what they want. So I guess that means I've got him
And
searching well away from where I'm going.
all right. So off they go in search of the intruder alarm, running off to the ship. So you have time to search.
Yeah, so it's...
So make an assess the situation.
Yep. Here again on here. So she's going through, listening, kind of just little rap on the doors for each of the ones on there, try and see if she can get a response from inside. And she might be able to just hear breathing, but...
Yes. You do have enhanced senses to some degree, so yep.
Yeah.
Another full hit, so...
Yeah, the dice are just really apologizing for last time.
Yeah. All right. You can locate the 2 containers where the people are in.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead. I mean, unless these doors are seriously rigged up on it, I don't think that they'll be putting much of a stop to her being able to just get them open and get people out.
Yeah, the gate, the things are rigged for ordinary people to use their muscles to open up. There is a slight little wire to mark them as that, so that people aren't supposed to be going in and tampering with the contents. But for somebody with your strength and capabilities, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got both of the people. Just have to get them off the
close
ship.
them. And close them up afterwards so it doesn't look like they've been broken out.
All right. You still have to get them off the ship. And you can hear somebody running back this way.
Okay, well. I guess that we need a path from cargo bay to the lifeboats that avoids the path from... basically between where the alarm was and where we are.
So how are you going to do that?
I imagine she would have paid close attention to the layout that should have been available on the bridge as well.
I'll give you that. You rolled extremely good, so we'll give you that. So we'll give you even a +1 forward.
All right, so this will be another superior then at +1 to see if she can remember and or find a route to evade.
Evade? Sure.
And again, okay.
All right.
Is there any
So,
bonuses
you
for
have
her
no problem.
rolling three tens in a row?
A permanent +1.
You get a Kino pot. You only have to just play a lot in Vegas to earn it. All right.
Yeah, so we
So you have
get on out
2
there
wins
and-
so far.
Yeah.
All right.
it's like kind of smug, but though someone wondering on. So the mission did specify that there was only one hostage and got both anyway, but it feels a little odd that there were two.
Right.
And that shall actually pass that on to David and Starborn, kind of just sub voice there. It's like
All right.
passing the by them so they get a little bit of warning that, there might be more than one hostage, but something's odd.
All right. So who's up next? David or Starborn?
Eli is going to look at David and be like, "You want to go next?"
Sure, why not?
All right. The seniors are cranking it out first, showing the junior how it's done. All right, David, you're up. What's your plan?
Okay, so the ship is like just at the dock, right? So like there's like a ramp going up to it.
There is a ramp going up to it. Yep.
Okay, so like I'm going to from somewhat of a distance just see if I can get the layout of the deck and see if I can spot guards or whatnot.
Okay. Well, being a dock, there is beside the ship, there's a lot of containers that are kind of piled on the dock itself, so you can hop up on one of those if you want to get a better view. Or there is some because there is some cranes in the area, so if you were to climb up high enough, you could get on top of one of the cranes and look down.
Okay, yeah, let's climb a crane.
All right. So that's a mundane.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's not being quite as generous with me, but I'll take it.
All right. So you're up high enough, you can take a look around. So you're going to try and assess the situation.
Okay, so I still have the guilty condition, which cancels out, or which gives me a -2. But do I have a bonus because of the crane?
Sure. I'll give you +1 forward.
Okay, so total of -1 penalty.
Yep.
That's a miss.
All right. So
hold on a second. Actually, what I didn't realize is that I didn't need to actually type it. I typed in a -1 rather than a +1, so it's still a miss, but it's a 6 rather than a 4.
that's fine. Okay, with a 6, you could always take a point from the team pool to make it a 7, so it would be at least a basic hit.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to do that.
All right. I'll leave 1 point in the team pool. Gotta double check on that.
I think we're leaving all the misses for Draco's character. If so, this is going to be great considering there are no. They might actually end up
selfishly-
blowing up the ship.
Yeah, actually say all your actions, ignore the insult, and remove 1 team from move. Shift 1 label up and 1 label down. Your choice.
Wait,
Use this option after rolling to alter the label you're rolling with.
wait, to what?
So when you act selfishly, which is to say spend a team for just on yourself.
Oh, okay.
Say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. Remove 1 team from the pool and shift 1 label up and 1 label down. Your choice. You can use this option after rolling to alter the label you're rolling with. So, if you want to, afterwards, you can choose any of your labels and move them up one and move one other down.
Okay. And is that mandatory
Uh,
to shift the labels, or is that an option?
no, it is a mandatory because it's an and statement. Yep.
Okay. So I will shift my freak up one,
Mm-hmm.
and I will shift my mundane down.
Okay. So, also, you should talk about how you're feeling about, the other two have made this job look so easy, and now you're and you're struggling just to try and get to a position where you can even like look at this ship, where they just sort of like hopped on and like rigger flew in. Dynamix didn't have any problems, using his super abilities to get in, and here you are just struggling.
Yeah, I mean, if I had, genetic modifications or a bunch of tech, maybe it'd be a little easier for me. So I'm just going to, essentially chalk it up to, um, essentially the built-in advantages that they have. But
Yep.
at the same time, I'm, somewhat, covering for my own psyche because of
Yes.
what a shithead I was, about how like the first time we all got together, like I did really well in spite of that, and so now I'm like I am probably feeling a little shaken, a little less sure of myself at this point.
Okay. Also, just remember, one, you had a miss there, so therefore you can take an advancement.
Oh,
To mark that,
okay.
making progress. And
Cool.
two, if you ever need to get another point of progress, remember you can choose from your list of things that you're working on about your
Mhm.
character. And by choosing one of those, you can get another advancement that way.
Okay.
Great way to move your character forward.
Okay, so since I spent the team pool to actually to see what was going on, what am I seeing on the ship though?
Yeah, well, like one question you can ask. So basically, you want to know, you can
Mostly, I want to see if I can spot the guard.
spot the guard. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you can spot the guard.
Okay.
Seems to be somebody dressed in someone dark clothing with a cloak.
Okay. And where is he situated?
He's walking through kind of the middle aisle of the containers ship.
Okay. I'm wondering, is there any kind of cable attached to the crane that basically, I mean, it might have to be a pretty heavy duty cable, so I don't know if I'd actually be able to handle it. I'm wondering if there's any way to essentially swing directly, like from the crane onto the ship.
If you make a superior check, you could probably move the crane cable into position where you could do that. Because you don't have any like tool belt yourself, so in order to get that cable into the right spot, you'd have to figure out how to use the crane cables. They're not that hard to figure out. So if you operated the crane to move the hook into the right spot, you could do that. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do that. You say that's a superior?
Yep. See, that's superior.
All right. Yikes.
Ooh.
All right.
Good.
So,
Clearly done worse.
oh dear. All right. So, you go to try and figure this out, and there's lots of, there is some buttons, and you thought you were turning it on, and it seemed to be going, and then push to get it to lower, and it just went smashing into the deck of the ship with a big thunk strike. And the person with the in the kind of dark clothes and the hood turns in your way and definitely is looking at at you at in the crane. You are not in a surprise situation now. What are you doing? Oh, and mark progress.
Yeah, I did. Luckily, I am. That does fill up all my potential, but I think I've really stepped in it for this. Let's see. So he has spotted me.
Yes, he is clearly spotted that this crane is active. There was a person up in the booth, and they just dropped the whole crane hook into the deck, and there was a big dent in the deck from this. Mind you, there is now cable from the. You could come if you went out onto the boom of the crane. You could slide down the cable, but bad guy is definitely aware of you and ready in this situation. Maybe
Okay.
dodging bullets.
And what was that last part?
You may end up dodging bullets. 'Cause he does seem to have some sort of machine gun.
Okay, I am going to attempt to dive into the water.
Okay. So we'll go mundane for that.
Okay, finally did something right.
Hey, you make it into
You
the water.
hit the water, not the boat.
Very important.
Okay.
Or the dock.
Okay, so I'm essentially just going to try to to swim up to the ship, basically to where, because I think most ships, right, they kind of bow in as they come to the water. So if you're at the rail, you might not be able to see like up against like where the bottom of the ship meets. I'm not sure if that's the case with this ship.
Sometimes a lot harder, but yes. Okay.
But yeah, so I'm essentially going to try to swim toward the ship and like surface for air, like basically right next to the ship, hoping that I have a little bit of you know, uh, hoping that I have enough cover, basically that it's difficult for the guy to spot me over the rail.
Right. So, um, we'll go with a mundane for this.
Oof, that's a miss.
And you think you've uh witted him, and you're land here, and you surface, and there's bullets raining down. So, take a powerful blow.
At least my low rolls are working out in this situation.
Yep. So in this case, you stand strong. Arc potential is normal, and say how you weather the fire. So all these bullets are raining down in the water towards you. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm basically just essentially going to dive back down and try to swim down a few feet, essentially, because I think that don't doesn't bullets don't travel very well through water, right? So I'm basically just going to try to like also kind of swim slightly under the ship, basically as well, and then just try to put some distance before I have to resurface for air.
Okay.
Also, I'm already at my potential's already full at this point, so I don't know if like we handle that in the middle of this, or if that just means okay, I can't get any more potential.
You can whenever you fill your potential, you can actually level up. So if this middle of it's like if you're playing the game City of Heroes, if you level up in the middle of a adventure run, it kicks in right on the spot.
Okay,
Be a really good useful thing.
Okay, so remind me of what happens, because I don't have all the rules for what happens with the full potential, or how you level up.
All right.
Oh,
You are the beacon. So you advance, you have a chance to choose from a variety of things. You can take a move from another playbook, or take a move from another move from your playbook, or someone permanently loses influence over you, or rearrange your labels as you choose and add one to one of the labels, or unlock your moment of truth.
Um,
So you can
Okay.
choose either another move from your playbook, another move from someone else's playbook to
I think I'm going
purposely.
to rearrange my labels.
Okay,
Let me.
and add one to one of the labels.
Mhm. Okay, so I'm going to bring my mundane back up, and going to drop my savior by one and up my danger by one. So I still have so now I have a total of 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And let me unblock those. Okay, cool. So yeah, I am essentially just diving under, trying to evade the bullets and try to get far enough away where he has to look for me again before I pop up for air.
Okay. So would you like to do this as your swimming abilities, which would be a mundane, or are you just going to try and outwit him by trying to provoke him, which would be a superior?
I'm gonna just try to do the mundane thing.
Okay.
Full hit.
All right. So you obviously didn't consider how good you are at swimming, so you managed to swim under the ship and swim up on the other side. All right. So you have temporarily gotten us away from him. He's got to look for you now, but he knows that you're around and you're doing things.
Mhm.
So, what's your plan?
Okay. Because I don't think he would expect this, I'm going to try to get back over to the crane and board via the crane.
Okay.
Trying to stay out of sight of him.
All right. So, I'll let you go back over to the crane, having lost him, and you're going to try and get up onto the crane and come onto the ship again. So, again, let's try and see if you can sneak using your mundane.
Oh, thank God.
Full hit. All right. So you are now on the ship. I will even let you carry one forward. Now that you are in a situation where you have successfully lost him and you are now slid down and are on top of one of the uh, sets of containers. You're looking for your moment. And it's 10 o'clock. So do we want to take a break at this point?
Sure. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
that.
take
We're
a
at the
break.
halfway
We'll be
point.
back in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
That's good.
So that sounds good. So we'll be back at 10 minutes and see you guys
Okay.
then.
All right.
There we go. Okay, we are back. I apologize about that. For some reason, the mic didn't activate. Oh, I hit the wrong button. My bad. Okay, let's continue on with where we were.
All right, David, you had successfully managed to make it onto the ship, and you were on top of the cargo containers, and the person is moving around the ship looking for you, but for the moment, you've lost them. All right, so
Okay.
what are you doing now?
So, if I'm on top of one of the shipping containers, I'm just going to kind of like lie flat,
Mhm.
and kind of try to listen for him to pass by.
Okay.
I assume I'm up high enough on there that basically it would be difficult to spot me from the deck if I'm laying flat, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Unless you, so you have the advantage. You can choose when and how to reveal yourself, or
Okay.
what you want to do next.
Okay. Yeah, I'm essentially just hoping that he's gonna pass by and I can like essentially stealthily just jump down on him and yeah.
All right. So roll to directly engage. You get the +1 carrying forward from this, because you have the advantage.
Okay, so just add 1 to the situational bonus penalty.
Yep. As you directly engage. Yep.
Okay. Good lord.
All right. So you go and you leap down, and just at the last second, as you were leaping down, he turns and rolls to take a powerful blow.
Yikes.
Oh,
jeez.
and it's like he was like baiting you into attacking, because go to leap down thinking you're just gonna leap down, and he just thinly spins, and it's just the submachine gun is just powering right into you. Pap, 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 and your chest is just covered in paintball blood. And there's like a I've failed.
And you just know Dynaman's going to use that to push the, oh, well, unpowered shouldn't be in this business line from way back at the start of all this again.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. No body armor, no nothing, just a dead human boy. Dynaman just shakes his head as you come off the ship, covered in this bright pinkish red paintball blood that's just covering your chest.
Very awkward backpat.
Yep. All right. So it's 2 passes and 1 needs improvement. All right. So next up is Starborn. So
So I'm going to preemptively just blow up the ship now. No, joking.
My thinking is you might want to do that because I put a bet in that you're going to get all the fails.
Yeah, oh, what? We have a pool going and I wasn't in on it?
Hey, if you were watching the stream, you will have heard me. I said it. I muted the mic for the Discord and then said it.
I am watching the stream, but I haven't muted so I don't hear echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
all right.
So, Starborn is going to just kind of bounce up and down, like he's trying to get himself psyched up, like, you can do this, you got this, you got this.
All right.
He's going to take off kind of flying. He's going to try to stay like high enough out of sight for any guards, because again, he doesn't know the situation that the others have been through. So he's going to just kind of try and survey the boat, he's assuming there's going to be some guard movement or something.
Yep. You do see there happens to be a person up on the bridge area with some binoculars looking down.
Just the one guy.
Yep.
Oh, also, before I forget, I'm going to charge up my powers.
Okay. So power up your flares. Make a roll.
Ooh, a hit.
That means you have your standard threes or
3, yeah. But it does say on a 9, 7 through 9, I have to mark a condition. So
Yep.
I think I'm going to mark off. I think it's going to be insecure, just because seeing that one of the 3 has failed, even though he knows David doesn't really have any powers. He's still unsure of his own powers as well, so he thinks he's going to blow up the boat.
There's been a history of things blowing up around you.
Yeah,
From
football
parades,
field.
from
mall,
parades to football fields to malls to
schools.
high schools.
Multiple times.
Okay, guys. All right, so I have that ready. Is he looking towards the containers or like at a certain direction away from them?
As I said, he's on the bridge walk round. So he's looking over the rail at the containers from above.
All right.
He seems to be looking for anybody who might be trying to get in amongst the containers.
All right, I think I'm going to have to just do this. I'm going to let me use one of my flares. Let me use my snatch flare, which I spend 1 burn to use my powers to seize any one object up to the size of a person from someone within view.
Okay.
Could I theoretically snatch him and kind of throw him to the opposite side of the boat from the containers?
Okay. Yeah. You're gonna make your power tunnel or gravity tunnel and just fling him through the air somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Use a freak out. Make a unleash your powers.
So it's sort of like a vacuum behind him, just kind of like pulling him up and over.
Okay.
Oh, 7. Hit, but
Okay. So you've got him. He goes smashing. He's startled because he wasn't expecting it, but you didn't quite get the full pull on him. He's rattled. You've got a moment to take advantage and do something, but it's only a temporary thing. So he
okay.
managed to grab a hold of the railing to keep himself from really flying at you wanted.
I'm going to take this moment, and do I think because of what happened that I could, like, without him seeing, get down, like, in between some of the containers?
Oh yeah, he's got to spend a second to do that. So yes, if you want to jump down amongst the containers, you have a moment to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of land sort of like in the middle of all of them, but kind of hidden from view of the
where he is. Yep.
Yeah. And
he knows something's up. It's pretty obvious that somebody used superpowers on him. He does know something is up, but he doesn't know where or where you are. So I've managed to get on the ship somewhere where he doesn't see you at the moment. Now, what happens next, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So
So at this moment, I'm going to try and channel my overcharge so that I can extend my senses to see if I can hear, like, inside all of the containers around me, since I'm kind of in the middle, and see if I can hear like heartbeats or breathing, and kind of see where the hostage is. Because I think there's still only one, even though Dynamix is like, oh, something's funny, could be, you
All
know,
right.
more.
Sure. Unleash your powers and see what happens.
Another quick roll here. Don't let me down. Okay, an 8.
All right. So you do at least sense that at least one of these containers has the sounds of something.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like stealthily get to that container and open it up, because from my understanding is ship containers open on both sides. So I'm gonna try and open it up on the side that is away from the bridge. If it's that way, you know what I mean?
Okay. Actually, shipping containers don't usually open from both sides. They're usually on one side. They're
Oh, I thought there was both sides.
no, they're very much like. In fact, they're built so that they can go on like your trucks or whatever, your flatbeds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So
That
they
makes more
have
sense.
the one side.
So is that side towards the bridge or away from the bridge?
We'll give you the from your thing. We'll give you the advantage, and you made a hit, so we'll say that you can. You know, it's this one happens to be facing away from the bridge.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and open it up. Is it locked or anything, or do I just?
There is a minor thing, but you have superpowers such that you know the little
Yeah.
wire that is there to for customs to see if it's been tampered with. That's no problem for you to get past. I mean, somebody like David who doesn't have anything would be a problem, but for you, it's nothing. Your powers are just like,
Yeah.
sheesh. Okay.
I can use my burns and flares and just kind of torch it down.
Yeah, it's a minor. All right.
All right.
So you open the.
Go ahead.
So you got it opened up, and there is a person kneeling there, blindfold.
Okay.
Gonna get the hostage?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. Are they like hands tied behind their back as well, or?
Yep, kneeling,
Okay,
hands
so-
behind their back.
I'm just gonna kind of scoop them up like firemen carry over my shoulder,
Okay.
and I'm gonna leave the container and try to kind of fly off towards where I have to go to like achieve my goal.
All right. So pick them up, toss them over your shoulder, and you hop off the ship. All right.
Yay!
And Dynaman's there and says, "All right, partial success."
Wait, what? Partial? You said there was one hostage. This is a hostage.
I said you had to rescue the hostage. Yes, I didn't say that there was
Okay.
exactly one or two, or there could have been a dozen. How do you know? You fully checked the ship over.
Well, I'm in English classes. And hostage implies one. Hostages would imply more.
Okay, if you were a fireman and you are going into a house and you find one person, you bring that one person out. Do you assume that you have rescued everybody in the house?
Well, no, because I wasn't told that there was only one person.
You are a fireman. Do you get told how many people are in the house, or do you just get told to get the people out of the house?
No, but you said there was a hostage.
How do you know how many? I don't know how many there are on the ship. Could have been, as I said, there could have been 50 people there. Could have been 3. Could have been 1. Unless you have checked, you know how many that are there. These are about trying to find out and see, you have to check the whole thing. You have to consider this is like a real life. It's not about, not the real life. It's not cooked scenarios.
So at this point, Eli is just going to let out like a deep sigh, and that insecurity is like set in just a little bit more.
But at least you got.
I mean, partial complete.
But you did get 1 hostage off, and that's better than David. And you didn't get covered in paint.
It's true.
Good job. Sort of.
So Dynamics is actually going to step up here. It's like, so you have been hammering at me for this entire time now about running this as a team, but you're having us do these solo. I think we need one more run. All of us.
Do more run with all of you? All right. I can arrange that. You feel that it's going to be different if you all work together. I'll have to amp up the scenario a little bit and make it a little more challenging, but yes. You want to do that? We'll do that.
Oh, I mean, look around and see if everyone else actually is going to join in, because, I mean, if they're not, at least kind of like look at them, kind of like gesture up.
So I pop up and say, I think that's a good idea to improve on our teamwork and working together. We showed that individually, for the most part, we can do the task needed, or at least attempt the task and get done what has to be done. Working as a team, this gets us to sort of work together better in practice.
Yeah, Eli's going to step forward, kind of like taking David by the shoulder and like pulling him up, whether he wants to or not, and being like, yeah, I think we deserve a chance as a team.
Yeah, I'm into it.
All right.
You're into me groping you? No, I'm joking.
Why do you think my mom keeps getting on my case about not kissing girls?
Oh!
That explains the Michael Jackson. Never mind.
Boys are weird.
Right. So.
And we've made all this extra work for our GM.
Yeah, the GM's rushing to figure things out right away.
This is
Okay, so this will be entering. Okay, as a team, you're going to be entering battle. Okay, there's currently 1 in the team pool. So, when entering battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. So we will make that pool's now up to 3. Now I have to ask you, if the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. Do you have Dynamics? Do you have influence over Rigger, David, and Starborn?
Not David.
Not David, so you don't get 1 for that.
Of course, actually, as soon as everyone agrees,
everyone
that
has the same
Dynamics is
purpose
leader.
in the upcoming battle. Does everyone have the same purpose in this upcoming battle?
Yeah, we all agreed to do this.
All right, you've all agreed to go and do this. Okay, so we'll add 1 more, so that's an extra 3. So we have, now that's from 2, that's 3. If any teammate mistrusts the leader of the team, does anyone mistrust Dynamics?
nope.
Nope.
I'm on the fence.
All right.
But
All right. And if your team is ill-prepared or off balance, that's not the case here. All right. So 3 plus on your team pool is now going to be at 4. guys are all set up. They have reset the scenario. No, it's not quite the same, but it's still a rescue the hostage situation.
So I figure while they're doing the whole, okay, reset the scenario, get everything rearranged over there, for us, we should basically share what happened during all of our runs with the idea of, okay, the way we did it before for each of us isn't going to work on this time. We're not going to make it that easy. So now that we've taken out the obvious routes of storming through onto it, how are we going to do this?
I mean, my main concern is just getting onto the ship in the first place. Like, which, yeah, I don't have a very handy way to do that. So
with you bringing that up, David, I'm gonna say, well, I can carry you on there with my, with me being able to fly in my robotic suit. I can easily hold your weight and carry you onto the ship. So when I land, I can just drop you down. Or if we're going two separate ways, I can drop you off first and then take off to my position.
okay, and then I guess the other question becomes, all right, once we figure out, how many guards there are, possibly how many hostages there are, but I mean, should we plan on having some of us distract the guards while the other, and lure them away from where the hostages are, while the others free the hostages, or what is?
It's going to depend who we have as the guards. Because if there's four of us, it's not going to just be Spellslinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably going to double up on the guards, double up on the hostages, or throw something else in. So we need to be prepared to be fluid to the situation, what's going on.
Thinking is we did this solo and we had one guard. So my thinking is sort of like that of Riggers, is they're going to put 3 or 4 guards. They're going to put, I think, one for each of us. I could be wrong. As pointed out by Dynaman, I don't know. But, what happened in mine, and I kind of tell them what happened. And then I'm just like, I've used quite a bit of my powers right now. So I can only do a little bit of my powers. I could shield someone if they needed protection, or I can make a construct and have it for distraction, or I can assist somebody else. So that's about my limitation now.
So you'll be our trump card
Yeah.
if we need something in an emergency.
Okay.
Since we only have one shot from you here, that's going to be it. Otherwise, you will need to hang back. But if we need you,
I mean, I can still shoot some of my, regular superpower at them. But as far as if you want something done fancy, you get, one of those things, a shield or a construct or.
Yeah, and my recommendation is, whatever we do, we have a backup plan for what we're doing. Because they've seen each one of us go at this and do this. And so they know individually how we work. We need to throw them off by working together really well and matching our stuff together. Maybe go ahead and try some of the same stuff. I want to try doing the scan again with my surveillance drone, but in case something goes up, have a double check on that surveillance. And we keep good communication the whole entire time of what's going on, letting everyone know what's happening so we can react and shift quickly.
Well, we have our earpieces or communication devices, right? So if something should happen with your drone, like it gets detected or something, that's when you want to communicate, and we'll do a plan B for that. So like maybe I do the construct, or I kind of become the distraction myself, where I can also fly. But again, it's not going to be just one guard either. We know that.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Dynamite
something to
says, "We're ready. You about ready?"
just kind of hold up, kind of one finger, just index finger, just like give us a second, still consulting, and then just low voice to everyone, and kind of like another kind of pat over for David here. Remember, even if they're toning it down, these are still heroes with years of experience over us. If we go 1-to-1 against them, any one of us will most likely lose in that fight. We need to either outnumber them or outthink them.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Right? Then that one finger up change that into a thumbs up, and you get ready.
All right. So, how are you starting? Who's taking the lead?
Well, Rigger, you want to run your drones first?
Yeah, I just want to run the scout
Surveillance drone?
and do
Yep.
another scan of the area with it on stealth, both doing not just like the infrared search, but like an actual, because it has the cloaking capability, an actual sort of fly through and look through to see what it can spot.
Okay.
And
roll
he's doing that,
Yep.
I want to basically try and so Rigger, you give me the path that you'll be taking the drone on,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be trying to watch for anyone who's watching for the drone.
Okay, and
At
as
least provide some warning.
Yep. And then as I'm seeing things with the drone, I'm immediately going to be saying it to the group, because I want us all to sort of stand near each other as I'm doing this surveillance thing real quick, to let you guys get an overlay of what's going on, so we can make a plan before we actually jump into action.
All right. So,
Be
Rick,
advantageous.
That's the situation.
That's a superior.
Yep.
12. Full hit.
All right. Full hit. You can get a couple things. Okay. So, specifically, what are you looking for?
I want to know how many enemies are there,
Okay.
and along with their locations, along with how many hostages there are and their locations. Because they didn't say that there was anything different. So I want to go off of
right.
and then let me change that for just a moment. So how many enemies there are, a visual on those, and their locations, and then the second thing I'm looking for is anything else, such as hostages, or maybe if there's like bombs or anything sort of out of the normal.
Okay, that's 3 things. You
Okay.
can only get 2.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume it's going to be hostages for this point, but the first one is how many enemies and where they're at, and then hostages and where they're at.
Okay. So, first of all, scanning the ship, your drone spots that they have now added 4 turrets, 2 at the bow, 2 at the stern, that are large multi-gun turrets that look like they are remote fired.
Okay.
They also have, walking the ship in the aisles, they have 2 robot sentries walking that have kind of like looking like riflemen.
Mhm.
Robots. If you know what a rifleman mech it looks like, it's just basically like two big guns on its arm for its arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person that looks like he's some sort of ninja type person. And then there is 5 different heat signatures inside of the containers that are potential hostages.
Okay, so I let the team know about the 4 turrets, 2 on the bow and 2 on the stern that are remote controlled. The 2 robots with the guns, the ninja,
Mhm.
and then the 5 heat signatures in the different locations of the crates.
All right, so with the turrets and the robots, I'd assume that they're probably sourcing from the supergroup. So either their contacts, military contacts. With Ben reading the files, and also with the ninja guy, with Ben reading the files, I'd like to know if there's something that I can pick out about any of these to give us some more
Okay.
details.
All right. So check in the files, make your superior roll.
11 full hit.
Yes.
All right. So, yes, these are all the tech turrets are standard turret design that they use for a lot of their buildings. In fact, your own headquarters has a couple of these inside of the just for emergency defense in case you are forever if you're the emergency in case the base was assaulted that would kick in. And these basic enforcer droids are basically a stock design that they use for training. They have a more advanced version that they use for policing around areas if they want to keep the crowd back, or they want to just give some sort of general defense. They're kind of made. They usually keep quite a few of them around. The person in the ninja looks a lot like the Dark, which is a member of the hero team. The Dark byline is that there are no secrets from the shadows. It's kind of your Batman type person on the team.
All right, so he does investigations, and did the team also record him as having powers of his own on there, or is he just highly skilled mundane?
Highly skilled, may have some small amount of powers. Just give me a moment. I gotta take a quick question here from the game.
While we're waiting for him to do that, I have an idea of how we could possibly do this. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is since the turrets are remote controlled, I'm thinking the robots could also have a signal that could get into them. What if I try hacking those to shut them down?
Well, I was going to suggest that, or if you can create some kind of EMP to shut it all down, and then we just have that gun.
I could do an EMP as a backup. Dynamax.
Okay.
How good are your hacking skills?
Primarily more about hardware.
Predominantly more about hardware.
But if you can get into the controls, if you can manage it, rather than shutting them down, which would be obvious if they're paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
and like an EMP would be even more so, If you can create selective blind spots where they simply don't recognize us.
How about
I thought
this?
you were going to say turn it against them.
That's what I was thinking. What if we make that one guy the hostile and us the friendlies?
But wait a minute. You said that the guns were remote controlled, right?
Yeah.
So that gives me the idea that maybe someone's in the captain's area there.
Well, it could be, or it could be someone off-site.
That's true too.
And it's just a suspicion I've been having with the two hostages on there. Be ready for at least one of the hostages to be a plant.
That is a possibility. So we need to keep aware. And I think when we go in to actually do things, we don't go in individually. We stay at least as a pair. So if we break up, it's 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you've done some figuring out. So you're ready to go now?
Yes. So I'm going to take another action, and talking with the group, I'm going to try to hack the turrets and the robots to take control of them.
And given that they're basically standard issue that we'd be familiar with, we would also logically be aware of any particular vulnerabilities they might have to make this easier.
Okay. Given the fact that you rolled well and you were checking the files, I'm sure you can give some information to Rigger. So we'll give him a +1 going forward if he wants to hack and control the bots. That'll be unleashing powers.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a freak.
Yep.
And +1, and it's not just the robots; it's also the turrets, the remote turrets.
Well, you can do one at a time. So you can do the turrets, or you can do the robots to start with.
Okay, so I let the team know that I can only do one at a time. Which would you guys rather have, the turrets or the robots? First off,
I'd say the turrets
robots,
because they're covering the approaches. So if with the turrets down, that actually lets us get on the ship without being shot at.
okay, yeah, I agree with that. So I'm gonna do the turrets.
Okay.
9 hit.
All right. And let's see. Unleashing powers. Now, you do have some points in the team pool, and we've been describing how Dynamix has been helping you. So if you want to take 1 point from the team pool, you could change that into a 10.
Yeah, just keep it from being temporary. Or
Yeah, let's go ahead. I like that.
Yeah.
Since it was a combination of the team working together, it's not going to do anything negative and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with that.
All right, so teams 3. All right, so you make that into a full hit, and you now have are able to shut down the turrets. So they are no longer active.
Okay. So
all right,
go ahead.
So what are you guys doing next?
Do you guys want me to try to shut down the robots next, or do we want to just get on the ship first?
I think we could probably shut down the robots. It would make it a safer environment because they're patrolling as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll make for a safer approach if the robots are down as well there.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead.
It gives them a little more time to respond, but I think it's worth it.
Okay, so I'm going to do a shutdown of the robots next.
All right.
That's just a regular roll, correct?
That's your unleash your powers again. Yep.
Okay, unleash.
Now, does he still get the +1 because of the info from Dynamix?
He's already used that once.
Yeah, so it's just a regular roll.
Yep.
Well, full hit.
That's okay.
Nice.
You didn't need the help.
Yeah.
Having already figured out how to shut down the deck guns. The robots themselves are pretty much basically the same code, so it was no big problem. You just had to make a minor change, and it's like done. All right, you shut down the robots and the guns.
Okay, so I let the team know that all both
Automated.
the guns and the robots are completely shut down.
Right, and while we go over there, can your scout drone keep an eye on the shadow so we can see if he reacts to our approach when we get on the ship?
Yeah,
and we
definitely.
can have an idea of where to go to keep out of his line of sight.
Yeah, definitely. And so I set my drone to keep an eye on Shadow so that we know where it is. And anytime there's an update about him, I'm gonna tell the team what's going on.
Well, the dark.
It's the dark, yeah.
Dark, yes. And you go to keep your eye on him, and it's gone.
Okay, I let the team know. I have no clue where the Shadow is. My bot is my scout bot is unable to find him at this time.
Well, they know we're coming. All right, so
Cutting down the robots and that thing, the dark has become aware. Is doing his thing.
Rage will give us the most control over the ship, and we can get better access to the cameras. But they know that is the case since that's where I went, so they'll be guarding it. I trying to remember from the layout. Was there anything like a secondary control, like kind of a backup bridge? Do I remember anything like that?
There could be a backup bridge, or you could just try and hack into the into a junction box and try and hack in that way rather than just simply using the actual bridge itself.
Yeah, but basically a secondary access point instead of going indirectly.
All right.
So that's where we should go to.
Okay. Yeah,
right.
I agree with that.
Right. Assess the situation to figure out where to go.
Yep.
Oh,
looks like I'd forgotten some key details in that with everything else that's been going on since then.
Okay.
You're using a different boat.
And even with the +1, that's not going to be enough to turn that into a hit.
Yeah.
But I do have the be mindful of the surroundings, so even with a miss, I do still get an answer.
Okay. So.
I mean, still just really only the one question of where seems like a good secondary access point to get into the security systems for the ship.
All right. So you figure that if you go into the back, the aft cabin section of the ship, there should be a engine room area where there is a electronics control panels, and that's where you head. All right. Who's with you, Dynamax?
I want to bring something up
of
to the team real quick. What if the dark is waiting in that area and catches all of us off guard? Maybe we should split up into two teams and try to do this in two separate areas?
That's what I was going to say. I like the idea that you said you and David, you could fly David over, maybe have you two fly up to the bridge, and then I'm sure it's probably possible where I can fly that I can Dynamix fly?
I can jump really well. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I could help you get to the ship to where you need to go for the secondary thing. So we'd still be in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I say
one of us is going to reach the objective.
I say flip it.
Either group can get in.
I say flip it and have Dynamax and you go to the bridge, since Dynamax has already been to the bridge and knows those controls better. And I go to the area where it's being hacking, since I know more of the software side of things.
Oh,
And,
yeah, that's a
and
good
David
point.
joins me where I'm doing the hacking as back up there. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your eyes open and your ears peeled.
Yep, and on comms if you run into any problems, so that we can send backup.
Mm-hmm.
Roger.
Okay. So Rigger and David are going to the security section on the aft cabin area, and Dynamix and Starborn are going to the bridge area. That what the plan is?
Yep. And it's also saying 7:57 here. So how are we on time?
All right. Sounds like we're in a moment where things are just about to happen. So, do you guys want to hold it off till next week?
Don't mind staying more if we need to,
Yeah,
but I can also wait
open.
until next week.
I could probably do another 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, but after 8:30, that'd probably have to be my cutoff.
Okay.
So then the
So
question
this would be a
goes to the
dramatic
GM.
point to. I think this is a dramatic point to stop at, and then
Okay.
we'll try and pick it up next time.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
So that
Perfect.
All right.
that was really good. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I mean, we finally haven't gone completely awful with how the
Yeah.
session's gone.
Wait a minute. Are we acting well as a team and actually solidifying the teamwork just before you three leave me?
Well, of course.
We're leaving you because you didn't blow anything up this session.
I'll try not to let you down. I mean, there's still, us attacking the ship together. So.
True, that option's still there for next episode, but it's this episode. It's almost every episode you've blown something up, and this episode you failed us.
Hey, well, I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
Yeah, there, you just have to blow up 2 things next time and you'll be fine.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I'll catch up. Oh, God.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for the
All right.
fun.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you,
Night,
Ralph.
everyone.
Thank you,
Have a great night, everyone.
everyone else.